I want to point out this blogspot. Actually, it's excellent for the alternative to the alternative. This guy, I looked at this a couple times before, and it's an agreement with what I think, because I think there's a lot of garbage going on in the silver community as far as wild predictions. There's a lot of people. I just think they're in on a game on everybody too. Silver's a good investment. I'm going to disagree with the news unit there because he thinks, I don't know what the heck. I don't know if he's going to change his mind on that, but I think it is a good investment because there is going to be some problems with the money system, and the dollar will be devalued when the Chinese yuan appreciates, and hard assets are going to go up. Probably there's going to be more of a panic into gold and silver. In a lot of ways, he's got a good list here. Chris Duane, I don't know who he is actually. This is SGT Bull. I guess his name is Sean G. Turnbull, whatever. Brother John F. I have no idea who he. I don't know who he is though. Snordell Hans, no idea. Bob Chapman. Now I did some research on him. I didn't like what I found. I'll just say that. How's that? And I didn't like his predictions at all. Mr. Silver, Gold, Silver, I don't know who the heck that is. Bixware, I think he's on crack if he believes anything he says. To be quite honest, that guy is out there. And I notice Brother John F. points out a lot of garbage that Bixware says about, astronomical prices of silver being, I don't know, maybe they're changing it too now, but I remember one before about the $1,000 an ounce in real dollars. I didn't believe that garbage back then, even when it was going up. God. Danny, I know who that is. That's another one with Vision Victory. Lindsey Williams, I'm familiar with that now. Never heard of him a couple years ago. The Eric Sprott Cartel, which is like James Turk, included in John Embry, I believe. It's like he's got a pretty good thing, and talks about these people like they're playing a game. They're playing a game. That's basically how I get it. And he talks about Trader Stella Concept explains silver pump and dump. Now, I didn't really get into this, but I'm going to just state from whoever the hell listens to me, basically as a, something to this news unit. You probably should listen to some things that this guy's got to say. And, I've been saying this because I'm not into this. Well, I could smell BS pretty good. God. These guys, Stella, I think he's kind of wrong too. That I think, right now everybody's going to say it's going to sink. It's going to sink. I think it's got a little further to go, but we might see an unexpected upturn in silver again. I don't think it's hit the bottom yet, though. I'm pretty certain on that. So I'll make some calls and stick my neck out. I think it's going below the 26. I know David Morgan says it might go up and then test the 26 something and change. I think it goes below the 26. And I don't know what really, I don't like dislike. Let me put it this way. I think David Morgan's fine. But if he actually thought in his head it can possibly go to 24 or 25, I don't think he would state that. I mean, if I was in pushing a silver investment, I wouldn't be stating that either. It's bad for business, right? So, I think he kind of knows. That's my guess. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but that's kind of my guess. But I don't mind him. He doesn't make crazy predictions like these other whack jobs. Like, well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how people can freaking survive and say crazy things like Bixware says. Gold, silver being 5 times more than gold someday. I don't know, maybe 10,000 years from now, I don't know. I mean, it's not going to be in my lifetime. How's that? Maybe if I live 1,000 years, possibly, at least, but, come on, Bix. God, I don't know why people are buying into this garbage. He talks about Chris on Barone 11967. Well, he believes in it. I think silver actually is a good investment, But he goes into a lot of different things out there. And I found this very interesting that he's about the only one that pretty much does, besides myself. But I could state that I'm not really Christian, and I won't be pulling stuff out of the Bible and reading lines. So, maybe I believe in something. But as far as, talking to God and stuff, I'm not getting into that stuff because I think people are crazy to talk to God, whatever. Anyway, he's very critical of Sergeant B, well, whatever you call him, Sergeant Bull BS Services, whatever it is. But yeah, I think there is a big play into the fears of the crowd garbage going on. And, I don't know, you might want to take a look at some of this garbage, tell you the truth, because he's probably dead on with it. He's probably dead on with it. And I'm not coming from it from the Christian angle. I'm just coming from the accuracy angle. They've been playing the fears of the crowd for quite some time now. And, even says in here that he's, I don't know if this is true, but he says there's like even in the newsletters to subscribers of Mike Maloney's newsletters, he's stating that silver probably is not going to be a good investment for a while. I don't know. But you know what? I don't think Mike Maloney knows. How's that? Even if he said that, I don't think he knows. I think it is a good investment. And I'm not just playing to the crowd. The guy I can look at that tells me it's a good investment is a guy that has a lot of gold, and that's Mark Faber. Now, silver and gold, well, they don't move exactly together, but there's a decent enough correlation going. So if Mark Faber's 25% in gold or more, silver should be a good investment too, especially when we start seeing that ratio come down. Maybe it's going to go down to 30-1 silver to gold again, right? And yeah, this is something else I was talking about, the pump and dump. It's amazing to use that word. That's the word to use. That's the word to use. And so Mark Faber's in the right place. I say he is. Well, who am I to say, right? But I mean, the guy has been so damn good at predicting stuff. I mean, he flat out told that gold could possibly go down to 1,500. And here this dummy here, me, gets out of his short position too early. Basically, it was a wash. I made a tiny bit on a silver short. Should have held on. I was getting nervous because, the thing was going flat for about 4 weeks. Because I'm very bullish on the metals too. But I don't listen to these guys. These guys are, I don't know what they're playing here. And I don't see how, well, you know what I think? And this is really kind of like my blatant opinion, but not necessarily what the facts are, but my blatant opinion. This is what I smell. And considering I've been with the most devious people in the world, I think, some cases, but that's how they get money, right? And I help them get money. These guys are pumping up the price. They're telling you to buy at 45, 50, maybe one at 60, because it's definitely going to break 100, remember? Definitely. While somebody's selling. Got to have a bunch of buyers in there. I don't know. I'd be wondering how many of these people are really in on this garbage. I could tell you right now, I think there's a few of them. And they're making money, fiat money. Nobody pays them in silver. They pay them in U.S. dollars. That's how they make money. U.S. dollars. Nobody pays these guys in silver. None of them. None of them get silver coins. They get U.S. dollars. Yeah, maybe they're buying silver with it. Maybe. Maybe not. How do you know what they're doing? In my case, I'm not really like Christian, but I smell a major scam here. And I just got to point out this blog. This guy probably puts it in a nice way the way it is. I'd probably put it in a much harsher tone. I tone it down a lot for YouTube. But you ought to really, I can't say what I'm really thinking. And these guys are bad news. That's what I say. Now, if Brother John F. wants to put my video on his channel and give me a bunch of thumbs down, I'm going to say this. Your people are brainwashed, mainly by you. And I'm going to state this about you, too. Maybe you're smart, but you sure as hell don't know what the heck you're talking about with silver and finance. That I understand. Politics, government, statistics, drawing lines on a graph are one thing. But true finance, market movements, and what happens in the silver industry when you have demand destruction because the price goes too high are things altogether different. So, I just want to point out that people are going to get suckered into holding this metal way too long, and it's going to be by these guys. And they're going to be smiling all the way to the fiat bank as they lead you off a cliff. So, I'm giving you a straight scoop. But this guy pretty much agrees with me too. He comes at it from a Christian angle, but I don't really have nothing against the Christian angle, but I get mad at some of these people who call themselves Christians. Obviously, I think they're pretty rotten, evil people sometimes. This guy that runs this news unit seems like a good person, so that's my opinion. And his opinion seems to be pretty much in tune with mine also. I have major suspicions of the silver people.